Here's everything I'm planning to take to do the Tour du Mont Blanc this summer. So the backpack I'm taking is the Gossamer Gear Mariposa 60 litre backpack, which is an ultralight backpack weighing less than 1 kilogram. The shoes I'm going to be taking are the Ultra Lone Peak All Weather 2, which are the zero drop and foot shaped, which I like because I normally wear barefoot shoes, but they do have a bit of padding and waterproofing as well. I'm going to take some Icebreaker Merino briefs and then some Aussie Bum Merino boxers, some Smart Wool kind of thicker, more padded hiking socks, and some very lightweight Vibram 5-finger merino socks. Most of the time I imagine I walk in my mountain equipment shorts, but I've also got some trousers, and then of course I've got my waterproof trousers and jacket from Patagonia. As a mid layer I'm taking my switch jacket from Mountain Equipment and then a down jacket from Hugloves for those cold evenings or high mountain passes. As I burn easily I've got a Mountain Equipment sun hoodie, and then I've also got a short sleeve t-shirt from Patagonia. Got some flip-flops for the evenings, some sunglasses, some very lightweight packable waterproof gloves from Montaigne, and I've got a buff instead of a beanie, which is a bit more versatile, a very lightweight packable sun hat, and a little bit of clothes soap. Electronics wise, I'm taking a European charger for when we pass through, cafes and things, and then I'm going to take on the trail a battery pack with my Apple charging cord. I'm going to take the Insta360, which doesn't weigh a lot, and then with 2 batteries it will probably last me for the 2 weeks just fine, just taking short clips. And I wanted to take the kind of invisible selfie stick, but it weighs pretty much more than the camera, so I designed something which I can stick on the end of my trekking pole, and it basically turns my trekking pole into the invisible selfie stick. I tried it out the other day and it works fantastically. Obviously you need to give it a good press down so it's nice and secure. It works really well. For my sleep system I've got a Decathlon sleeping pad and a Thermarest sleeping bag with a comfort rating of 5 degrees C, a liner to keep it clean and in case I do stay in any refuges, and an inflatable pillow. I'm also going to take some earplugs and a sleeping mask. I'm taking this Sea to Summit microfiber towel without the case because it drops a few grams, you don't really need it, and it is always good to have a knife or some way of cutting something, if only for field repairs. Both of these belong to my granddad. It's nice to have something of his with me on this hike, and this one only weighs 7 grams, and I don't anticipate needing any of the additional features on the larger one. To keep the backpack and its contents dry, I'm taking a rain cover and also lining the bag with a bin bag. The tent that I'm taking is the Alpkit Jaran 2, which is an ultralight tent weighing just over 2 kilograms without the footprint, and it has twin porches, which I really like since I'm doing this with a friend. It means you're not clambering over each other. The footprint adds another couple of 100 grams. There's the pegs, the poles, and we're going to be splitting this between 2 of us. So altogether it's 2.32 kilos between 2 people. Other essentials include a trowel for burying any human waste, and also a water filter, the Katadyn Be Free, which doesn't weigh much and allows you to then filter any water you get from streams, and to be extra safe even from some of the water points along the trail. For my cooking system I was going to take the Alpkit Brew Kit, which is a bit like a jet boil. It's really efficient, but it is a little bit weightier than some other things. So in the end I'm going to take a titanium 650 milliliter pot with a MSR pocket rocket, and then it's a lot lighter, and it is also quite efficient if you're only boiling water. And because I'm going to be taking Huel hot and savoury, all I really need is to boil water, so that's going to suit me fine. It's like half the weight. I'm going to carry and use my trekking poles the whole way, and instead of a big heavy first aid kit I've put together one that just has a couple of each thing and some additional things that I might need. I'm going to take some mosquito stuff like this clicker without the completely superfluous wrist strap, and some incognito. I was going to take a cup for my teas and coffees, but in the end, since I decided to use Huel hot and savoury, the pot's quite lightweight. I can then use that for eating but also for hot drinks. For mine and my friend's morning coffee I've individually packaged 2 coffee bags so we can use them, and then put the wet coffee bags back in the plastic. I think I'll leave the head torch in the end because it's very late sunset, it's very early sunrise, and I've got a torch on my phone. So toiletry wise I've got very small toothpaste, I've got bamboo toothbrush, I'll take a bit of aloe vera gel in case I do get sunburn or skin irritation, I'll take a bit of sun cream as well, and then obviously water bottle guidebook. In case we struggle for nutritious vegan food on the trail, I've got about 6 meals each of Huel hot and savoury, and my very own trail mix. So let's take a look now at how I'm going to pack the Gossamer Gear Mariposa 60, starting with that very high-tech bin bag liner, and then my sleep system is going to be the next thing because I'm not going to need that till the tent's all set up. So sleeping bag, sleeping pad, sleeping bag liner, my inflatable pillow, eye mask, all at the bottom, followed by my clean clothes, and then my down jacket, which I can stuff down and fill out any empty space, any dead space between the other things to give the bag a really solid foundation. Then any other clothes that I might want to change into in the day, so a bit more accessible, then I can give that a squeeze, get the air out, give it a twist, and that's all nice and waterproof. I'm sure I'll fine tune how everything goes after this point, but here we've got the food bag. There's actually two of us carrying a lot of this stuff, but I'm going to show you how I do it if I was doing it solo. So I've got my electronics, I've got my toiletries, the food's already in there. This is the tent, so what I do is separate it. We are going to split it between two. The other person's going to pack it the same way as I'm showing you because they're going to carry a Gossamer Gear 50-litre Gorilla backpack, so it's a similar layout, which means the poles can go down the front, the footprint, and then the pegs can lie down where there's a bit thicker fabric lying flat, so they're not going to poke a hole in anything. And then on this one, I will definitely carry the inner and outer because the Mariposa has this really big outer pocket, which means even if the tent is a bit wet, I can just stuff it into that pocket and potentially it will dry a little bit during the day, but at least won't get anything else wet. Depending on whether you're going to need to heat water in the day, you can put the cook system inside or potentially on one of the outer pockets. I'm going to put the poop kit on the outer pocket. Again, could go inside like I'm putting the first aid kit. Water filter I definitely like to have handy on the outside. And then of course the water bottle, which if I position it further back isn't as handy. If I bring it forward I can actually reach it while I'm walking. And then I've got my Huel hot and savoury pot there as well. Now final things to have really accessible, the waterproofs and my sun hacks. I might need to grab those fairly quickly and don't want to be rummaging around. And then we're ready to clip it, strap it, tighten it, get it ready to carry. Now the Mariposa has about the best hip belt pockets I've ever seen, so I can get my glasses, my phone, the Insta360 camera in there. On the front, that stretchy pocket is just a TARDIS, so I can put my hiking poles in there if I'm not using them. Can put the rain cover so the other person can grab it out and put it on without me taking the pack off. Can put the Tour du Mont Blanc guidebook in this kind of lid pocket. You don't want to put too much in there because it does kind of fold over, but snacks that I'd only want to get at once I'm kind of taking the bag off, having a rest, they can go up there. And then the snacks that I want to be able to access while I'm walking without even stopping can go in the other hip belt pocket. Because once you got into a nice steady rhythm and you got the pack just how you like it, you know, you've got it comfortable on the waist, on the shoulders, the last thing you want to do is stop to get your snacks. So flip-flops can also go on the outside there because they're a bit awkward to pack anywhere else. And then there we have it, the bag is ready to go, ready to get it on and start walking. Can adjust the load lifters, the sternum strap, hip belt, make sure that there's good weight distribution, and then in theory we're ready for the trail.